you're here, we have a disagreement, and because you're here, I'm not even going to respond to him.
What did he say?
I think positive in life.
He just said God hates him.
Well, I think that's clear.
Mike has a tough life. You know, he takes a lot of crap from people. He's got a high-pitched voice. He's not cool like Kid Rock.
Did he win the big television?
Yeah.
He did.
He didn't win it, Ron. No, he didn't win it, Ron.
Tell him how you won the television.
Oh, Jesus.
Tell him what you did.
I had a transsexual sit on my face.
Yeah.
But you won the television?
There it is. There's a picture.
You had to go through hell to get to heaven.
I thought that was a great line at the end there. He said, you have to go through hell to get to heaven.
I mean, look at what he's been through. He lost a music partner he was with for years. He lost a child, which family to him is the #1 thing in life. You know, he's been through a lot, and he's still on top of the...
Now, Mike, do you feel Artie was trying to bait you or tempt you in any way during that? Because, as you said, you took the high road, I guess, there?
I'm sure of it, but, you know, I'm kind of done, for the most part, with fighting with Artie. It's like,
yeah, me
he's
too.
He's going to think of me what he thinks of me, and I think of him what...
Yeah, me too. Like, for instance, I have a new thing where I'm not going to... Even if Mike tees up a great opportunity for a joke, I'm going to bite my tongue. Like, he just said that he TiVoed Oprah when the run was on. And then he talked about Gayle King. So I bit my tongue instead of calling him a fag.
Is that last line going to cost you money, Artie?
No, I haven't done the PSA yet.
And you shouldn't, to be honest.
No, I should.
Why shouldn't he?
I'll tell you why, Gary, because Monday morning, when I walk in, you know who was up here in the lobby waiting to go on another channel?
Who?
The mother of Matthew Shepard, a kid that died because he was gay.
Man, the whole family.
And Artie
hates my guts, probably.
Artie probably thinks that's a great story.
Because I say fag, I think that's a great story.
The kid got his head bashed in and was left to die because he was gay.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between Artie calling you a fag and a kid getting killed.
There's a huge difference between me stating a truth about your sexuality and a guy killed. You think I'm for that story?
There's a huge difference between...
You think I'm happy Matthew Shepard died, you freak?
I mean, Artie never once promoted gay bashing, bro. That's a huge leap to make.
There's a huge difference between somebody like his mother doing a PSA for the Human Rights Campaign, which she did,
right,
versus somebody who's a hypocrite.
I'm not a hypocrite.
Did the Human Rights Campaign ask Artie to make the spot?
Yeah, of course they did. They contacted me.
George Takei
and
contacted you.
But he's part of the committee.
He said, I will ask the Human Rights Organization.
Let me ask you a question, Gary.
Yes.
You don't feel, and I don't even like to tread.
No, it's okay.
I don't even like to go here because it's a personal issue, but I want to ask you.
Do you have any other Oprah stories?
Go ahead, Mike.
With your brother's loss.
Right.
And I admire what you do for Lifebeat.
What do I do for Lifebeat? Does he know that?
Do you not feel a little bit in an awkward position hearing him say faggot and I'll bash your head in,
No, listen, when Artie uses the F word towards gays, I think is trying to be funny. When he's talking about bashing, he's not talking about gay bashing. He's talking about Mike bashing.
First of all, we couldn't pull.
He's goofing on you.
A million fucking clips of you using the F word in anger. We got.
I don't think so.
Take another hairbrush up your ass,
Elliot.
You fucking fag, dude. Straight guys will do that from time to time. It doesn't mean we hate gay. He said fag. Everyone here said fag.
I think a lot of it, Mike, it comes down to intent. And I think Artie's intent becomes clear, but when he's breaking your balls, you take it, to heart.
He knows it's a word.
He knows it gets under your skin.
Right. It's a buzzword to get you serious and stop joking around. And
I know it gets under your blotchy skin.
Artie.
If I'm such the asshole, how did I get 44% favorite cast member? Did you see it? Did you see it on the website?
Number one.
It's sad.
Number one.
Mike, it's hard.
It's sad. 44%. The fucking offer's already careening into my agent because I'm the favorite guy in the Howard Stern show.
Hopefully you choose the right projects.
What was your percent? What did Mike get? Did we put Mike up there?
I don't think we did.
Mike didn't make the list.
No. Oh, he didn't make the list.
Mike, it's hard for you to even look at Artie, isn't it? I mean, seriously, when he does this.
It's hard for him to look anywhere. Look at him. Feel the shit from that sister comment, dude. Feel it all coming down on you, and it'll continue to come down on you forever. Forever. You'll be praying for AIDS.
Trust me. If you want to keep pushing and pushing, I'll push.
Go ahead.
And
what do you got on me?
You're going to regret it.
What do you got on me? What? Oh, regret it. Go ahead.
You know what?
You opened it up, brother.
Both of you were down here. Let's hear the truth to that Czech story. Let's hear it. Because he told it a few weeks ago.
What story?
You know what?
No. That is something that you're throwing somebody else under the bus there, not me. I'm protecting somebody else.
But you know what?
Well,
The
why are you
fans
bringing
want
it
to
up
hear the
again?
truth.
Why are you bringing it up again?
Well, you want to keep pushing, so let's push.
Well,
What does that have to do with the gay thing?
No, that's going to hurt somebody else.
If he wants to
not
push
me.
buttons, I'm happy to push him back, Gary.
I see. So Mike's going now for what he thinks is your Achilles heel.
Yeah, but it's really going to hurt someone else. Is the point? What he's trying to do? It's gonna hurt other people, and it's not. I don't want to do that.
When you call me a faggot, no matter what, I could care less what the fuck you think of me. But when you call me a faggot, you're pushing that hate, that gay hate.
No, I'm not.
No, yeah, you are.
I'm pushing the Mike
Yeah,
hate.
you are. And you know what? The fans out there, some of them think, oh, Artie's just a fool. Some of them believe it. So there's a lot of homophobic people out there.
44% said I'm the favorite guy, and most of them probably do that because I make fun of you. Before I made fun of you, it was like 8%, I think.
Well, yeah, and you know what? I bring up the Matthew Shepard reference. Sure,
Dude,
hold on, shut up.
Don't fucking bring up, you fucking doofus, the Matthew Shepard. What are you, a jerk off? Because I call you a fag? I'm glad Matthew Shepard died?
No, let me finish. That was
fuck?
You could say that's 10 years ago. When I was looking at the HRC website to see if George knew if there's anything officially released about it yet.
Yeah.
Another kid, February, Valentine's Day, gives a Valentine to a kid in his high school class.
Right.
15-year-old kid, gay.
As you were dying to do when you were young.
You know what?
Go ahead, Mike. Finish your story.
Tell every story of a kid getting beat up because he's gay, dude. It doesn't matter. I have as much compassion for those people as anyone in the world. Come on.
Not that Artie needs any exoneration because he doesn't, but I'm just gonna say as one of the more liberal and sensitive guys on the show, I mean, I've never made the correlation that that Mike just made, that incredible leap that Artie using a fag in a joke is somehow contributing to homophobic feelings.
It's ridiculous that I would have to say this out loud, but the people who killed Matthew Shepard, I hope they burn in a fucking fiery hell. I really do. And that's got nothing to do with what I say about him in a goofy argument.
And Artie, I'm not offended by anything you say. I hate being put in that weird position. You know, like Robin always says, I hate the fact that, like, because something happened in my life, I should think a certain way. Like Robin says, oh, because I'm black, I have to think like this. It's like, you know, and I again agree with Jason. I've never made the correlation that, you know, you've got a fucking torch and we're going out to get somebody.
I'm pro-murder because the kid's gay. What the fuck is that? I mean, and the fact that he would even float that out there is really, really aggravating to me. And you know what? He made some really offensive statements to me, and then guess what? He's gonna have you fucking don't like the heat in Hell's Kitchen. Get out.
The shitstorm came down.
Yeah,
shitstorm, and it will continue.
Yeah, Mike and Artie definitely have a Jason DePace thing times 10.
It's worse.
I said times 10
because the two of them have animosity towards each other.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, Jason, don't sit there and act like you don't have any animosity towards your guy.
I don't like DePace, but Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean,
he takes it to a new level.
It is kind of funny that Jason just sits back and lets it happen, man. But and look, he go back to the tapes. I don't know how this started. I probably made a joke, but he came at me with lethal shit way before I got lethal with him. Way before.
I mean, let's not forget this. And I like Mike, but I won't say he started this like little kids, but he's the one that started producing those Mike minutes, which were a full minute of blasting Artie.
And while he was sitting there going, "This will get me on the show. I'll make fun of Artie."
And he knew he'd do it to get on the show, exactly. And
you're
then
on the show, dude.
But there's also a lot, like when you go for somebody's Achilles heel, there's one thing if it's you yourself. It's another if it involves your family or like it goes beyond
Mike
just
took it
you.
to that level. Mike took Artie calling him a fag to blasting his sister, making this weird Matthew Shepard correlation.
So I think that where this started to get
Matthew Shepard.
I think this where this started to take on another level was when he produced that minute about your dad falling off the roof. And I think there was a song parody.
Right, exactly. So, okay.
I thought that was rough. Mike, I love you. That's rough.
He sat there and said, "This will get me on the show." You're on the show. You're playing with the big boys now, dude.
I mean, I don't know how a guy who made a racist song about Rob and being a slave on the Amistad is going to now get on a high horse about Artie calling him a fag.
Yeah, you know what? You after that Amistad song, okay, Mike, let me just say this. After that Amistad song, it reminded me of the story of a slave. A slave was killed on the Amistad with the sword of a white man. And I think you're responsible for that, Mike.
Well,
it's the same exact thing, you doof.
Well, Mike walked out. Mike, you're more than welcome to come back and state your
case.
He's
not coming in. Go back to your little cubicle and stay into a nothing existence.
Or Jason could do a horrible job trying to state his case for him. Let's go to Kevin in Long Island. Kevin, you're on the wrap-up show. Kevin, are you there?
Yeah, what's going on? You hear me?
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, I got a comment for both guys. Artie, you're like the lion, like, pouncing a little kitten around in your paws, dude. It's not even worth it.
I know, but all right. Well, I get what you're saying, but still, you know, when he said the thing about my sister, everyone knows that gets to me.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing about my father, I put it in, like, you know, in the back of my head, and you're right. So people have come to me here and said, look, back off. But I started with him today, but because I have genuine anger towards that kid for stuff he said, and I'll fight my argument by playing a numerous amount of tapes where he's gone after me for no reason.
Also, good. Listen, I want to tell you one other thing too. He did say that he TiVo'd Oprah. So
I know, exactly.
And that's what you pound. And it's like, you know, if the guy's TiVo'ing Oprah, I mean,
yeah. And no disrespect to Artie, but the last time these two argued, Mike held his own. Like, he wasn't exactly backing down meekly. So you can't say. I mean, right now Artie sort of destroyed him, but he speaks his piece. There's no doubt about that.
But I do love the way that Artie started this whole thing by saying, listen, I'm not going to tell you why the things I could have said about you.
Right, he already had like a whole Rolodex of jokes going through, and he just couldn't use them.
Right, exactly.
So now he's got to just pounce them around a little bit in his 44% clause.
Thank you. So, sorry, clearly you're in the 44. I'm going to get shirts made up.
Thanks for calling in, Kevin. Let's go
Reggie
to
Jackson, Hank Aaron, Artie.
Jeff in Massachusetts. You're on the wrap-up show.
Good morning, guys. First time, long time.
Hey, Jeff.
Love the show, Artie.
Yeah.
It's preposterous to have Mike think that you calling people fags is ridiculous. It's a joke thing. That's your humor. That's what you get paid for.
Right.
You get paid for to say ridiculous things to make people laugh.
All right, can I just say two things about that? First of all, are you gay, Jeff?
No, I'm a straight guy.
Then
No, he's listening to the show.
Then it's easy for you to say it's funny on that aspect. And the one place where Artie, I do think you go a little bit over the line. You know, I get the comedy about your fag because sometimes the word fag isn't anti-gay. It's just more meant to mean you're not that manly. But then when you hope he dies of AIDS and stuff, that's when it gets a little weird.
You say it to people that you despise. Like he doesn't call Carrie a fucking faggot.
No, of course, exactly. First of all, listen, I hate that that's such an offensive word, but there's straight guys in the country. Most of us, you know, you get into a fight when you're playing football with your friends or something. Unfortunately, that word comes out. It's a way of lashing out. For me, it's always a way of lashing out at the, you know, straight guys who you want to, you know, really insult. Right. It's not a way of calling gay people who you know are gay fags to bash them or anything like that. There's no hatred in my heart towards anyone because of their sexual orientation, race. I hate people based on their individual hateful traits, and Mike has several of them.
Exactly. My favorite word is douchebag.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, Artie's
I fucking love you, man.
All right, Artie 44.
I'm coming down to Florida from Rhode Island.
All right, buddy.
I mean, Artie's called me a fruit a bunch of times, and Mike should handle it the way I do, which is, you know, cry.
A fruit is
cry
not
myself to sleep.
A fruit is not a fag.
Did Artie call you a fag, Jason?
What the hell? It's fruity, not a fag. It's the same.
Well, it could be. Well, listen, I know. Listen, and again, you know, I agree with you, Gary. But look, I could play you the tape of, and I never said this, of my sister calling me crying after she heard that.
Really?
Of course she did. My sister's she listens to the show. She's like, why am I being brought up like after the Sal thing? What Howard went through with Beth, I went through with my sister after Sal made that joke. But you know, it's like I like Howard. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, man. Just as long as I'm allowed to get up and give it back to you. She doesn't want that floated out there at all. It's just something that's not true. So you know, hey, I can't have compassion for the guy. I'm sorry.
All right, let's take another call. We'll go to Jefferson in Pennsylvania. Jefferson, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, gentlemen, how you doing? Hope the morning's good. I'm going to take Artie's side on this one for sure. Mike just needs to worry about it. It seems that high-pitch Mike spends an awful lot of his day worrying about Artie, doesn't it?
No, I agree.
I mean, the research and everything else. Well, he just needs to worry about himself. I mean, quite honestly, I think he is gay because he gets so offended. I mean, go ahead and call me a faggot, Artie.
Right, you're a faggot.
Hey, go fuck yourself, you fat fuck.
There you go. See, whoa, fat dude. Now that's going over a lot.
But you know,
you know what can I say?
No, point well taken. And look, High Pitch Mike had to do research to find out I'm a shitty actor. I mean, how long was he on the computer to find out my movie's bomb? Give me a break.
The fact that you made a movie is an accomplishment, Artie. Where the fuck's his, huh?
Thank you. I agree completely.
All right. Thank you, Jefferson. Another 44 fan.
Yeah, he's going to get a 44 T-shirt.
Now, in Mike's defense, he came in here and was just talking about Reverend Run, what happened today, and he was, you could tell, making a conscious effort.
It was so great
not to go at Artie.
It was so great that I ruined his light up. It was so great that I ruined his Reverend Run rap.
Thank God, by the way.
Yeah, there's nothing funnier than getting somebody pissed off when they come in here specifically not to be pissed off at that thing.
Well, first of all, Reverend Run, he's the first religious guy I've ever seen in like a coat that 84 rabbits died. He had a fur coat that was like, I mean, Jesus, how many minks were tortured to death for that fucking?
It looked like he found it in Nicky Barnes' trash can.
Now, Artie, were you a Run DMC guy growing up?
I was the king of rock. And,
there is none higher.
You know, I know. Well, you know, it's funny. I do this thing in my act now. I graduated high school in 85, which is really right on the cusp of like, there was a group of us that loved Springsteen, The Who, everything. And then there was a group of kids that got into dance music. And then like 35% to 40% of my high school was black. And there was 2 huge black sections in Union. And out of a high school of 3,000 kids, maybe like over 1,000 were black kids. And rap hit huge in about 85. LL Cool J came out, and the Sugar Hill, whatever the
Sugar Hill Gang,
and Run DMC. And that became like, that was coming out of every fucking, there was a smoking lounge, and the white kids would play, you know, then there was the heavy metal kids with Iron Maiden, Slayer. Then there was the Springsteen, Who, Stones thing, which I was sort of in. And then a lot of these white kids started liking the black music, and it was pre-Wigger. No white kids acted black yet, just black kids acted black. And then, Run DMC changed all that. And then when that Aerosmith thing came out,
that was the big
I remember first hearing that going, they fucked up an Aerosmith song. And then when the Beastie Boys hit, you know, I was like, hey, you know, at least the Beastie Boys were white, so we could buy the record.
I was actually walking around. I was on the internet while Run DMC was on, or Reverend Run, and I was looking for Run DMC's greatest hits, because I was like, if you go on YouTube, they show those old videos. They have so many fucking great songs. They are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
I don't know, but they should be.
But they're more rock than some of the rock bands that are in.
Right. Rap, people don't remember this, but rap, when it first came out, that was its whole hook, that we're combining rock with black guys talking over rock music.
Right.
And so that King of Rock, that whole thing, it was like rock and roll, which was very smart when you think about it. The early architects of rap, like Russell Simmons and
Rick
Rubin, those guys, that was a smart thing to do. And then slowly but surely they took over MTV. But it was at its height, I think. Christmas of my senior year is when it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens, and Mom's cooking the collard. Like shit like that. That seems so dated now. But when that first came out, like someone saying collard greens in the song, and the Adidas sneakers and shit, like that was a big deal.
I remember when the song, because I'm the same age as Artie, I remember when the song Rockbox came out by Run DMC. It had that big guitar riff in it. You know, that
and Planet Rock too, by what's his face? What's the guy's name that did Planet Rock? A black guy who's got like a long. I'll think of it.
Not a Grandmaster.
No, I'll think of the
Africa
guy.
Bambaataa?
Yes, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Hey, what became a national like pop phenomena first? Like, do you think breakdancing or rap?
Well, I'll go to Crush Groove Electric Boogaloo Breakin' Part 2, starring Sheila E. They would say breakdancing.
And is rap and hip hop different?
Yeah, but I don't know why.
That's the most racist question I've ever heard.
It is different, and I don't know the answer why.
I
will tell you that.
Our rap.
Do you think is it like the difference between like colored and African American? Like it's just an old term.
I don't think it's that bad.
Well, if anybody could tell us the difference between hip hop and rap, give us a buzz.
If you call a hip hop song rap, you're going to get a less of an extreme reaction than if you call a black guy colored.
Rap is the N-word of music industry.
I don't hear rap said a lot anymore.
Because I think it's more, it used to be really literally just talking,
right.
And now it's become, like, you know what hip-hop is to me? Like one of those Beyonce songs where Jay-Z comes in?
Right.
That's hip-hop. I think rap is like I think Eminem is a traditional rap guy, but he would get called a a hip hop guy for most.
No, I think he's still I think Eminem's still considered a rap guy, right?
For the most part,
a white
I'd
rapper.
say. I love how we're discussing this, by the way.
I
But,
know.
I mean,
let's
listen,
get into Eric B. and Rakim and all the other
Jerry
stuff.
just pulled up a website about this. So according to this website, hip hop is a culture and rap is the music. So hip hop's the culture.
Okay, you know what? And there's three aspects to hip hop's culture, and you know what they are?
No, you tell me, please.
Breakdancing, rap music, because I saw a whole special on this. Breakdancing, rap music is part of the hip hop culture, and graffiti. Those three things make up the hip hop culture.
Fair Five Freddy? Fair Five Freddy. Wasn't he the graffiti guy or was he the rap guy?
He was a rap guy.
Okay, because I remember him doing graffiti in the Blondie video.
I remember that, yeah, from the Blondie song.
Yeah, in the beginning. Right, exactly. That was where, right, in Blondie's song that had a rapper in it. That was...
Rapture.
Wasn't that Fat Five Freddy?
That was Rapture, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that, I saw some documentary that said it's rap music, it's graffiti and, what we use?
Breakdancing.
Here it is, right. Hip-hop music is a genre of music typically consisting of a rhythmic style of speaking called rap over backing beats performed on a turntable by a DJ.
Oh.
So hip-hop music is part of a hip-hop culture.
Boy, is my face red.
Yeah.
I still say Nile Rodgers doesn't get enough credit for...
Niall, if you're listening, this is for you.
That's right. He really doesn't for that riff. Steve in Las Vegas, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, how's it going? First of all, I think it's pretty funny hearing a bunch of white guys talking about rap. But,
I know, right?
Well, welcome to America, dude.
Right.
Anyway, the reason I'm calling is because, I love Artie, but I think it's kind of funny, sometimes when, he claims to be a big sports fan and, has bookie and makes all these bets, but when Howard Stern talks about Jason Taylor and says, hey, Artie, you know who he is? And Artie's like, I don't know. And he's done it a few times, so it makes me wonder, is Artie really a sports fan or is he
Jason Taylor is a running back for the Dolphins.
Defensive lineman.
Defensive lineman.
Artie, I got to tell you that in the back office,
yeah,
not necessarily for me, but there's a couple of guys you've lost chunks of credibility
well, listen,
with.
Because
you're not the sports guy you claim to be.
I'm the first guy to tell you that, look, there's a new faggy way, and I'm going to say that, with a PH. There's a new faggy way that these young people know every player in football. It's these fantasy leagues. These little fruity kids get in these fantasy leagues. I have to put Jason Taylor in over this other guy. I am an older man. I'm run down. I walk around like Henny Youngman because my back hurts all the time.
No access to a computer.
Not knowing who Jason Taylor is doesn't mean I'm capable of betting on a game. I knew everybody in the 70s and 80s because that's when I was supposed to know it. I was fucking 15 and I had nothing else to do. I admit that I don't know every player right now. And I've been doing a joke on my stand-up act for years and I have to update it. And for the act to work, I need a black guy who's on the Dolphins. And I was asking I used to use Mark Duper 25 years ago because I knew who he was. I was a sports fan. But now I need a new black guy on the Dolphins. I was asking in the back to John Hine and Will, I need a black guy for the Dolphins who's not articulate. For my
well, now you got a dancing one. I don't know. It's just kind of one of those things. It's like when Robin messes up the news. When I hear Artie mess up a sports thing, it's kind of one of those pet peeves.
I would just in football. I know a lot about the Yankees, but in football, besides my home team, no, I don't know a lot of the players who play now. But that doesn't mean I know a lot about sports. I just don't know the players, and I'm not in one of the fantasy leagues. I'd rather sleep past 6 o'clock on a fucking Sunday.
All right, Steve. Thank you for your call.
Steve's not in the 44, I guess.
Artie's clearly a fag when it comes to sports knowledge.
Go to the tape of me draining perimeter shots of that woman.
No Chuck Foreman for Steve. Let's go to Ken in Boston. Ken, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey guys, Artie, you are the man.
Thank you.
I just want to let you guys know that you can't go to a website to find the difference between hip hop and rap.
I disagrray. I was at Wikipedia for God's sakes.
There's no difference. It's bullshit.
There is a difference.
Educate us, Ken. Educate us. Go ahead.
Say whatever you want.
Shit like 50 Cent and totally uneducated, violent shit. Hip hop is stuff like Common, Taleb, Mos Def, educated rappers like Public Enemy.
Wait, hold on a second, Ken. You're saying that the difference between rap and hip hop is based on the level of education of the person rapping?
No, more or less the culture behind that listens to it, like underground stuff, like Mos Def, that's hip hop. Even they don't consider 50 Cent hip hop.
So why is
rap?
So in one sentence, tell me. Exactly why Mos Def is different than 50 Cent? Exactly how they're different.
I think it might be the education in the politics of the music.
I think there's a lot of people, Ken, who are going to disagree with you.
So dumb black guys are rap?
Right.
And
For
smart,
the most part, yeah.
smart black guys are hip hop.
Yeah, I don't think that
For
was
the
going to
most
fly.
part.
Which is
Are there any crossover artists that are both?
It's like the difference between heavy metal and classic rock.
what if half of the group is dumb and the other half is smart? Like the Wu
Hip
Tang
rap.
Clan. What if what are Wu Tang Clan?
Wu-Tang is old school underground. That's hip hop.
That's hip hop. So
Wait a second. I met ODB.
So ODB's a
He was
smart
not
guy.
he was not educated.
So ODB.
So RZA and Jizza are.
The what is?
RZA and a
Well,
Jizz.
RZA and Jizza are.
So they're half and half. How could, yeah,
Half of that.
yeah. I mean, there's holes in your argument, sir.
It's almost like if Wendy the retard married Einstein.
What kind of music is, because this is the only song I care about now. What kind of music is, You're my butterfly, sugar, honey, my baby?
That's alternative.
What is that?
We lost Ken, but we'll go to Allie in Wisconsin. Allie, you're on the
Can
wrap-up
Ken
show.
email me later?
Hello.
And tell me
Hi,
what
Allie.
that is?
Hi there. I just wanted to confirm, but what you guys were saying, it was like hip hop is like a way of life or whatever, and rap is an aspect of that. So, Artie, you are absolutely right.
Oh, thank you. How old
And
are
you are wonderful. Hi there.
Oh, thank you. Where you live?
I just moved from Orlando to Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah?
What are you in college, or you just moved to Madison for?
No, for job. Work.
What are you into, cheese or something? Why'd you go up there?
Madison's Madison's a fun town. Great town.
Whatever, Joe.
Yeah, I'm liking it so far, so.
All right. Enjoy, Allie, and thanks for calling in. Teddy, we got to take a break.
A lot to do in Madison at 4 a.m.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it.